Today we're getting our first proper look at the iPhone 17e, and honestly, this might end up being the most sensible iPhone this year. With the main iPhone 17 lineup already out in the wild, there's just one device left to launch, and that's the iPhone 17e. Now, this is Apple's most affordable iPhone in the lineup, and it exists for one reason: giving you modern iPhone performance without paying that flagship money. Now, Apple keeps the price down by reusing previous components, trimming back on features that most people don't actually need, and instead they're focusing on the basics, which is speed, reliability, and long-term software support. Now, this year, the balance looks even better than ever, and we're going to start with the display, because this is where the expectations need to be a little bit reset. There were early rumors suggesting that the iPhone 17e was finally going to get the dynamic island, but the latest, more reliable leaks are now saying that's not happening. Instead, Apple is sticking with the traditional notch, the same as the previous E model. Now, that might sound disappointing on paper, but it actually makes a lot of sense. Apple clearly wants to keep the 17e visually separated from the standard iPhone 17, and using a notch is an easy way to do that without hurting usability. Now, what we do know though is it's a 6.1-inch display, it's running at 60Hz protected by ceramic shield. There's also no ProMotion here, but for the target audience that's unlikely to be a deal breaker. But where things get most impressive is the performance. Now, the iPhone 17e is powered by Apple's A19 chip, the same generation processor used in the rest of the iPhone 17 lineup, and the only caveat here is it's expected to be a bin version, so just a little bit less powerful, but it still puts it miles ahead of most phones at this price point. Now, in real-world use, that means fast app launches, smooth day-to-day performance, and excellent longevity, especially when paired with Apple's software optimization. Now, memory also looks solid as well, and leaks are pointing to 8GB of RAM with storage options of 128, 256, and 512GB. There's going to be no 1TB option, but realistically, that's not something most budget-focused buyers are going to be asking for anyway. And connectivity is another area where the 17e quietly levels up as well. Now, the 17e is expected to include MagSafe, which is a big deal for accessories and charging convenience. And on top of that, Apple is reportedly using the new C1X cellular modem along with the dedicated N1 chip handling Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Now, that separation should improve efficiency, stability, and battery life, especially in poor signal areas. Now, cameras are kept simple here, but they're also sensible. Up front, you got a 12-megapixel selfie camera, then around the back, it's a single 48-megapixel camera. It's not the same sensor used in the Pro models, and you won't get telephoto or ultra-wide lenses, but for everyday photography, social media, and video, it's still more than capable. Battery capacity is expected to be just over 4,000 mAh, and wireless charging is of course supported, though at a more modest speeds than the Pro lineup, and the phone sticks with an aluminium frame and a glass back, keeping things lightweight, simple, and durable. Now, software-wise, the iPhone 17e is of course going to launch with iOS 26 straight out of the box, meaning it gets all of Apple's latest features and years of updates ahead. And that long-term support is also one of the biggest reasons that people choose iPhones. Now let's talk price, because this is where the iPhone 17e really shines. Multiple reports are saying that Apple is keeping the starting price at $599, and that's exactly the same price as the previous model. When you factor in the A19 chip, MagSafe, solid cameras, and Apple software support, that's a genuinely strong value proposition. As for launch timing, all signs are now pointing to February the 19th, giving Apple a clean second launch window after the iPhone 17 release, and avoiding any overlap with the Pro models or maybe even the base models. So overall, the iPhone 17e is shaping up to be a smart, no-nonsense iPhone. It's not flashy, it's not pushing boundaries, but it delivers exactly what matters to users. If you don't care about ProMotion, extra cameras, or bleeding-edge design, this could easily be the best phone choice for a huge amount of people. We're still close enough to launch that a few more details could come in or change, but leaks are lining up pretty consistently at this point, and the picture is getting pretty clear. But as always, if anything new comes in, I'm going to be sharing it straight away, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a thing in the future.